Is Sergio Ramos, the legendary captain of Real Madrid, back with the Los Blancos? Not quite. The defender is now playing with Sevilla, who will play against Real Madrid this weekend. The Spanish player is a defender who played with Real Madrid from 2005 to 2021. He played with legends like Zidane and Beckham when he moved from Seville to Madrid when he was younger. The Spaniard is one of the most loved players in Real Madrid because of the legacy he left with the club. Ramos was the captain of Real Madrid for a great part of his career. With his leadership and hard work, he is considered one of the best defenders to ever play the game. He led world-class players like Ronaldo and Benzema and won 4 Champions Leagues as a team captain. However, what is the most impressive about his career is the number of goals he scored as a defender. He scored more than 130 goals, including the goal he scored in the last minute of the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid, leading Real Madrid to the victory against its town rival. After a time spent at PSG with Messi and Mbappe, Ramos is now back where it all started for him. Sevilla offered him a contract this year, giving the legendary defender a chance to now give back to the club that discovered him. Sevilla FC, who is usually a league contender, is struggling this year. Before signing Ramos, the team had one of the worst defenses in the league, causing them to have one of the worst season debuts in years. By signing Ramos, the club is hoping to turn things around to get back to the top of the table. Unfortunately for them, they had one big challenge to overcome. Sevilla was facing the first-place team in the league and Ramos' old club, Real Madrid. This shock promised nothing but pure entertainment and strong emotions. With Sevilla trying to turn things around, Real Madrid trying to stay 3 points ahead of Barcelona before El Clasico, and of course, Ramos reuniting with his old teammates. This scenario felt like a blockbuster. Real Madrid's new formation with Jude Bellingham as a 10 had been showing results game by game. With Vinicius getting back to top form, many expected the starting 11 to be with Kepa as a keeper, Carvajal, Rudiger, Alaba, and Mendy as defenders. In the midfield, Tchouaméni, Cruz, and Valverde were Ancelotti's choice, while Jude played in a number 10 role. Vinicius and Rodrigo were the 2 forwards. On the other hand, Sevilla went with a 4-3-3 alignment, with Orjan as the keeper, with Navas, Udeli, Ramos, and Acuna as the defenders. In the midfield, Sal, Sumare, and Rakitic were battling in the middle of the field. The forwards were Ocampos, Luke Bacchio, and En-Nesyri. This lineup was totally different from the one against Barcelona. This showed the growth of this team and how they went from a defense-oriented team to a more balanced formation, capable of being dangerous on offense. For Real Madrid, they needed to prevent Sevilla from scoring very early in the game. Although Madrid has been struggling with conceding goals early since the beginning of the season, they managed to keep a clean sheet until the second half, when a Sevilla goal came across from the left flank, causing an own goal from Alaba. Jude and Vinicius being in top form was supposed to be a key to victory for Madrid. However, Jude did not get the chance to be decisive in this game. His assists were disallowed after an offside was called on an early goal from Valverde. Vini was strong in the 1-versus-1, but the Sevilla's defenders were very aggressive and stopped Vini's momentum by fouling him and trying to enrage him. Again in this match, we had a silent Rodrigo, who could not find the net on multiple occasions. The Brazilian only scored 1 goal in 11 games, and his form has been worrying the Real Madrid's board. Sevilla's back 4 played their A game, with Ramos using his experience against quick players. Sergio Ramos even had a moment on offense to make it 2-1 from a header that was saved by an amazing Kepa. Real Madrid's 4-3-1-2 formation had wing players like Vini and Rodrigo playing more centrally, so they were not a physical threat unless they had spaces to turn and go full pace at defenders. Sevilla's midfield managed to contain Valverde and Bellingham as much as they could. This allowed Sevilla's front 3 to be more active in the second half when they were finding more spaces to take shots at Kepa. The referee was not excellent in this game and made a lot of errors, costing Real Madrid some chances to be ahead. After Sevilla scored, Cavallero equalized from a beautiful header that gave life to his teammates. In this match, Ramos showed all his class and defensive skills by leading his defense and preventing Madrid from scoring more than one goal. Although Cavallero struggled on defense, he made up for it by scoring the equalizer in a moment where Madrid players were getting frustrated by the referee. Rudiger was the best defender in the match. His aerial presence helped Madrid to defend against long balls and crosses that were very dangerous. Unfortunately, we could not say the same thing from Alaba, who was the culprit on Sevilla's goal. Real Madrid's midfielders did what they asked for by providing key passes and holding possession in the game. Unfortunately, we did not have a magical Jude this time around, as he focused more on his midfield duties. Vini was good in movements and duels. He lacked some support offensively because Rodrigo was difficult to find among the four defenders of Sevilla. Vini had a chance that could have changed the game, but shot the ball straight at the keeper. Unfortunately, he was victim of racial abuse once again by fans, and this made him very emotional before Ancelotti took him out. Real Madrid was the clear favorite to win the game, but it was one of their most complicated games this season so far. As a result, they dropped 2 points. Next, Real Madrid will go against Barcelona in the first Clásico of the season. While Madrid is still ahead in the table, the Clásico could define who will finish on top of the league before the winter break. Let us know your prediction for this match and who will win the man of the match.